Hey everyone, I'm Angela Fazio. Welcome to Girl Educate Yourself. And Kristen's missing today. We miss you, Kristen, but she'll be back. And my great guest is from Las Vegas, and her name is Stephanie Teeters. And today, great topic, you guys. Listen all the way through because we all need this. It's time blocking tips. Time blocking. How hard is that, right? So, Stephanie, thank you so much for being willing to share your expertise in this area. We all need it.
I wouldn't say I'm an expert, but I definitely have some tips that help, I guess. To get started, I'm a busy family of 3, so that's why I think time blocking is pretty important. I say 3, but 3 kids, 5 of us total. So I definitely think it can benefit regardless of what industry you're in. My biggest tip is I do it like the week before. So it's always hard to get started, right? Like you don't know, where do I start with all of it? I have a Gmail calendar, and it's broken down by 15 minutes, the start of the day, the end of the day, and you can put at whatever times in between. So I set up my week prior. So on Sunday, whatever day your day starts, so normally my weekday starts Monday, I sit down on Sunday and I basically plan out my whole week. Takes me a good 30 minutes. I'm sure when I started, it took me a little bit longer. But now it's there. And that way, when the next week comes, I'm not scrambling Monday like, oh my God, what do I need to do? So that's my biggest starting is doing it ahead of time the day before your whole week starts.
So let's stop there for a minute because,
okay.
So what kinds of things, give us some examples of the kinds of things, I think everyone understands to put appointments in your calendar. I think everyone gets that, but what kinds of things are you putting in there?
So everything. That was actually my next one. And to start, I bookend my days. So I literally have wake up in my calendar. Wake up and get ready. Eat breakfast is in my calendar. And then I end my day with dinner with fam. So that way, my 2 things, they're in the calendar. No, you shouldn't schedule dinner. But when you're busy, that way it's there. Your day is planned. And now I have a start and a finish. Everything else in between, and I can kind of read off to you exactly, read for 30 minutes in my calendar. Normal tasks, everyday tasks, and that's where you have to prioritize pretty much what's important to you. So for me, I put the gym. The gym is in my time blocking calendar, and it changes daily, right? Because life changes and everything changes. Drop my kids off at school. That is in my time block. Pick up my kids from school. Do I know when I drop them off? Yeah, right? Everybody should know when they drop their kids off. But to make that time in there shows you how much time you have to do for everything else. And you're not scrambling for the rest of the day. Oh my God, I forgot to do this. I forgot to do this. It's there. Have breakfast. Go to school. The basic stuff that you wouldn't normally think about is in my time blocking calendar.
Okay, awesome. So what's your next tip?
So my next one it was kind of off the prioritize. So what's important to you? This kind of goes back, I guess, speaking to the real estate, you have to have a plan for what your goals and actions are for the day. So I like to make some phone calls, right? Do some notes. If there's pop buys involved, I got to put those in there. So I think what's the most important, obviously, I start off with the whole week, right? So I have appointments that I know for sure are happening. I put those in. Doctor's appointments, school appointments, my kids volleyball, my daughter's gymnastics. I put everything in first and then I work around it. So that's that. Sometimes that's the hardest part for people is oh, I don't have time to do this. Well, you do have time. You just have to, if you write it all out and look at it, it's a little bit different. So I'm a big print it out and write it down, if that makes sense.
Well, I think that's what's interesting is in time blocking, sometimes if you don't time block, what some people, what I can get done in 15 minutes, people will say they don't have time for. But it's just because I have something in my calendar that says, you need to get this done. And so, or if, I also have in my mind, a list of things I actually email myself that I have to get done. I don't know when I'm going to get it done, but I need to squeeze it in today. So if I get off a call 10 minutes early, I know I have a list to go to that tells me how to fill that 10 minutes most efficiently. Oh, I have to make an appointment.
And I get asked a lot because I do have kids and obligations and how do you do it all? How do you still go to the gym? And it's really time blocking. It's very much, I make it a priority. So I have my list here, so then I add work, I color code my time block. So I think that's pretty important. I also have the calendar on Google, which is really one of my favorite. sponsorship there. I share it with a family calendar. So that way, when my husband has appointments and stuff, like I can see when he's booked for certain things. And then like, if we have an important function, I can put it in the family one. So it shows up on his, not that he uses it as much, but it's some more for my own personal, the color coding. So my work stuff is like green, my family stuff is pink. And that way, when I print it out, because I can show you, I did it for next week, I'm already ready to go. And you can't really see the colors, but they're color coded.
Nice.
So it's day in to day out. So like, it's very much, everything is in there, down to when my pooper scooper comes is time blocked. So I know to unlock the gate, because you know you're going to leave the house and you're not going to unlock it. So it seems like pointless, right, to put some of those things in there. But really, like you said, when you have an extra 5 minutes, it's like, oh, I need to get this done. I know I've got like a to-do list, and you can throw it in there and you have the time to do it. And my biggest tip also is leave a buffer.
Oh no, I fail in that area. I get criticized by Kristen all the time. I leave no buffers. Because
drive time, right? Traffic, buffer. There's like a 10-minute in between some stuff, because I know except for when I'm at home, like she's like the buffer, because you're gonna hit that traffic and you're gonna be late. Like it's going to happen. Or like breakfast for mine, kids getting ready, I put it 15 minutes ahead because school's about to start, right? So now my whole schedule is going to change yet again. So that's the other one, is you have to be fluid. Do I follow it every day to a T? No, probably not. But it's there and it's a plan. So the biggest thing with the time blocking is, I guess, prioritize what's important in your plan for the day, like those phone calls, that kind of thing. And then you can move it around by using the Gmail one. It really is just a simple click, 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 and print it out. And then it connects to my phone. It's on my computer. It's printed out. And as you see behind me, but it works. I mean, it does. Those are the biggest things I think I could say about it. So
I will tell you, Kristen gave me a great tip for a Google Calendar. So reminders. So if you create a reminder on Gmail, if you don't get to it, it'll push it to the next day.
Yep. And you can actually set a reminder alert. So it'll like alarm your phone, which is honestly, I will say I have reminders separate from my calendar on like my phone as a widget. And that's like my top priorities. So once I'm done doing them, and I do like, I guess, let me pull it up here really fast. So I have like a buffer for like my MLS checking in my time block. So if I know that I have a client that's looking, that's also in my reminders. I know, hey, during my MLS time, like, let me look through these and see if I can find something for them. So it's kind of like a cross-referencing between reminders and your time block.
Huh? What widget are you using on your phone?
The reminders widget. So it's like literally at the top of my screen all the time. When I open it up, it's right there.
And what did you just get it from the App Store?
Yeah, I think it's already installed, but when they did that new update on the phone, you can make it like big and top through the widgets. I can tell you that my daughter helped me set it up, so I have no idea.
You might have just started to change my life there, right? I've got to figure that one out.
Well, yeah, so like I open it up and it's right on the top and it's like, hey, 8 reminders. And those are the ones that you can set alerts for. And they do the same situation, they get bumped. And then it'll like go red and beep at me if I need it to go. So I cross-reference between my like to-do list for the day on my reminders with my time blocking.
I need that.
It's kind of,
I need that. Thank you, Stephanie Teeters.
Time blocking is important. And again, it's different for everybody, because like some people don't want to spend, I time block 2 hours for the gym, which some people think is absolutely crazy, but that's what's important to my mental health and my health and what I like to do. And then plus my kids get to go play for 2 hours. So I make it a priority, like appointment, gym, appointment. And obviously my buffer's in between, because now that I've gymmed, I don't want to go stinky somewhere to the next appointment. So I think really it's honestly sitting down and taking that. Yes, it takes some time to set up, but now it's, easy to justify and like move things around if I need to. And In the time blocking, you don't have to do every day. So like if you do the Google Calendar, you can click it and put Monday through Friday. And there's an option to keep it running indefinitely. So the stuff that I don't put everything in there every single week, like my MLS stuff, my gym, it's already pre-done for the whole rest of until I decide to stop it, which really comes in handy when school starts, because now I have to re-add school drop-offs, and we just shifted an hour for elementary to upper school for my kids. So I'm having, I am going to have to, actually that is on my to-do list, is to readjust my calendar for next week, because school starts next week. It's already here.
And you didn't you tell me that now you have like one start time, another at another start time, and
and a third one at a third start time. Yeah, I have 3 different start times and 2 different pickup times. So 5, and it's 2 different schools. So my time blocking will be adjusted, and that is actually my next to-do list this week, is to adjust for the upcoming weeks. And it still has to, you make it work. It's just what is more important to me. And the gym will still stay there. My committees will still stay there. My meetings will still stay there. It's just now I just got to move them around a little bit.
Well, I know that taking the time and the discipline to create time blocking habits, I couldn't even function without it. There's no way I could function without it. So anyone who's listening out there, you really need to listen to Stephanie's tips and go through the pain of creating the habit of time blocking. It will absolutely change your business. It will change your life. I really mean that.
Yeah, definitely. I would be lost.
Yeah. Thank you so much I'm sure you have so many other tips, but we're almost out of time. So if you want some more time blocking tips, I'm sure Stephanie would not mind a little private message or a little message on Instagram. She's the tattooed realtor, the Vegas tattooed realtor. Yes. And
there's a few of them, so
you need to know her. Thank you, Stephanie, for being a guest.
Thanks.
Bye.